Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today we have a first impressions, and I am kicking myself with disappointment. Gosh, I'm so mad at myself. Because the knife that we're doing this video on today is from Petrified Fish. This is a brand that I've been wanting to get into for a while. And as you can see, we have this nice rebore grab-and-go T-Rex back here, but I am so mad that I didn't have any prehistoric fish to put in the background of this video. I have a few really nice Dunkleosteus models, and I have a Ziphacinus somewhere, but I couldn't find any of them today to save my life. Disappointed. I've let myself down. I've let all of you get down. I know. I'll do better in the future. But anyways, let's get into this knife. I have already been into this knife, and actually I got this knife 2 days ago. Been carrying it around a little bit, which is why this is a first impressions and not a unboxing / first impressions. But without further ado, I'll stop teasing you guys and get the knife out here. And here she is. The Petrified Fish Beluga. I fell in love with this knife the minute I first saw it. And I've been wanting to get one, and finally did. Glad I did. This is a very unique knife. I'm probably going to get another one because I saw they have a blue micarta version now. So, you know me and my blue, I got to get that. But before we get on to the knife itself, let's talk about the packaging a little bit. Really impressive. I don't always talk about the packaging with first impressions, but I'm going to in this case. So you get kind of a, just regular little box. That's not very exciting. The knife comes in a little Petrified Fish branded baggie. So I guess that's something. But where it really gets interesting is what comes with the knife as far as accessories. You get yourself a little cleaning cloth, which, by the way, this feels like a very nice microfiber cloth. This feels like a good microfiber cloth. So that's really awesome. But it gets better, believe it or not. You get extra hardware. Yeah, that's right. Focus on this, camera. Come on, there we go. Extra hardware. That is fantastic. A budget knife. This knife was $35, and they gave you extra hardware. Kind of makes you wonder why some of the more expensive knife brands aren't screwing us all over. Or why they are screwing us all over by not giving us screws. But if they're giving us screws, are they screwing us? I leave it up to you to decide. So that's really cool. Ah, crap. I dropped the other little baggie. Which contains extra washers. And as far as I can tell, this knife kind of does the Rick Hinderer tri-way pivot system. You get bronze washers, Teflon washers, and bearings in the knife. Which is really cool for a budget knife. That there is a lot of bonuses for a budget knife. I've always talked that I love when knives come with pouches. That's one of the things that I love most about Civivi is that they come with pouches. But you know what? Honestly, I'll take the hardware and extra pivot assembly stuff over a pouch. I mean, if they send a pouch too, that'd be really nice. But yeah, that's good. Anyways, onto the knife itself. This is a bigger knife than I thought it would be. I knew it was not going to be a small knife, but it's actually a pretty hefty knife. It has a presence. Let's bring out the Civivi Praxis, compare it to. Yeah, it makes the Praxis look like it's starving itself. It's a pretty chunky boy. I love the looks. This is an absolutely fantastic looking design. Looks like a bushcraft fixed blade, honestly. Kind of looks like a beefy Puko. But, yeah, really nice. The micarta is fairly good quality. I would say it's better than Civivi micarta. Not as good as Kaiser, though. In fact, it kind of reminds me of the micarta on another knife I have. Let me run and get that real quick. We're back. As far as the the grain and everything goes, it does kind of remind me of the micarta on the Tucson TS301. But yeah, contoured, beefy handles, so you get a lot of knife to hold on to. Very, very good looking knife, in my opinion. Love this drop point, this fat drop point blade. I've been talking about how big it is. Let's take a blade length measurement. Where the crap is my ruler? Ah, there it is. Yeah. So, yeah, we're coming in over 3.5 inches. It's not a small knife, and the blade is really, really tall. We're over it. Whoops. Back on screen. We're over 1 inch tall, so just has a really commanding presence. Steel is K110, aka D2. The finish on the blade is actually really nice. Let's focus in on that. Get some of this pocket lint off, but it's a black wash. You know, I guess I've just had something for black blades lately. I've done a lot of other unboxings recently. Artisan Sirius, black blade. Simcut Acumen, black blade. Acumen. I actually can't remember what that knife is called. And then my newest CJRB Feldspar, black blade. I've just been crazy for black blades, I guess. But yeah, a lot of black blades recently. I'm not sure when this video will come out. I'm trying to film a lot of unboxings to post throughout December because, you know, Christmas. In fact, today is December 1st, but yeah, we'll see when this comes out. Anyways, the thing about this knife, oh, that's so smooth. Oh man, it's a front flipper, and I do not like big, fat front flippers. Typically, I don't. And I can say on this knife, the front flipper works, but it is my least favorite deployment method. My favorite is this Fuller. They did it so right. I mean, no matter what type of middle finger flicker you are, if you're like the kind that goes straight out, it works. If you're the kind that likes to kind of get your finger on the side, it works. And it works very well with a thumb flick. That is absolutely insane. Sometimes Fullers don't work with a thumb flick. This one is just so intuitive. The action on this is just bonkers. You can have a nice little area. Whoops, focus. You have a nice little area here for your thumb, or to land on your thumb. It just drops. Blade play, none right now. I did adjust it a little bit. I'll talk about that right now. And it came ever so slightly off center, if you can even tell. Came a tiny bit off center. But you know what? For this action with solid lockup, I can take the centering beam off a little bit. That's just so good. The clip wiggles around a little bit, which not great, but I'll screw that down. See if I can fix that, but completely deep carry. I have carried this knife a little bit, and it carries wonderfully. It's a pretty lightweight knife for the size. A little bit of pivot lash. In fact, a lot of pivot lash, actually. But again, you know, $35 knife. The clip is reversible. It goes in at the back there. Really, really cool. This is starting to sound more like a review, but obviously it's not, since I haven't carried this knife nearly enough to be able to do a review on it. But yeah, I'm just really impressed with this knife. Really, really impressed. Petrified Fish is definitely a brand that has my attention, especially since Petrified Fish kind of goes along with the prehistoric vibes of my channel. But yeah, definitely they have my attention for sure. I will say something that strikes me as funny. This is a knife from a brand called Petrified Fish, named the Beluga, and the designer's maker mark is a rhinoceros. This knife is a walking zoo, or not walking. This knife is its own zoo. Anyways, that's it. I'm not going to say anything else, otherwise this will be a review. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.